All right, we're live. So I want to talk today about detox supplementation. You see a lot of times online and lots of different articles, usually from medical docs. And I love our medical docs, but their training and education is not in nutrition and physiology. So it is what it is. Everybody's telling you, oh, detox supplements don't work. You can't take detox supplements. They don't do anything. They don't work. You shouldn't take them. For that to be true, you then have to make the statement that MTHFR does not exist, MTTR does not exist, COMT issues do not exist, nutritional deficiencies do not exist. That's what you're saying when you say detox supplements don't work. You have to be making that statement that you believe that there's no such thing as nutritional deficiencies if you're going to say detox supplements don't work. Because I'll grant you that that supplement, that turmeric, does not detoxify the body. What it does is it gives the body the chemicals it needs in order to do the detoxing. So when you give the body methylated B6, it allows the bile salts to reabsorb back into suspension, and so they can start being that WD-40 consistency instead of the axle grease consistency, allowing the body to then use that chemical, the biochemical, to break down and emulsify fats and then absorb them properly. When you give the adrenals salt, the salt does not increase anything in the bowel. However, the adrenals do make hormones and do control fluid levels in the bowel. So now the salt that is feeding the adrenal medulla can allow the adrenals to then perform the jobs that they're supposed to do. I use this analogy a lot for people who don't understand physiological chemistry. If you're baking a cake and you have a lot of flour and you have a lot of sugar, but you have no eggs, you can't make cake. That's how it works. So if someone goes, here's more flour, here's more sugar, you're like, I have plenty of flour, I have plenty of sugar, I don't have eggs. So you have to give the body the eggs so it can make the cake. That's what limiting reagents are. And so a lot of times we'll have a nutrient come in, a B vitamin, whatever it is, and your body uses that chemical all over, right? And so you're trying to fix the adrenals, or you're trying to fix the liver, or you're trying to detox with the kidneys. However, the chemicals you're needing are being used up all over the body. So you have to give your body a lot more of that chemical so that it can actually perform the jobs it's supposed to do. That's what detox supplementation is for. Now, here's the thing. The reason why, and people go, well, they've been working for lots of years. They have. Your kidneys and your liver have been doing a great job for hundreds and hundreds of years. However, the nutrients in our food have been decreased. You guys, I'm not going to give you all the research on that. Just Google it. It's really easy to Google stuff. Google that, you're going to see anywhere from 15 or 20% to 50% reduction in nutrient values of their food, depending on how the study was done, where it was done, all that type of stuff. So take all that research and just kind of understand that we have a little bit less of the specific chemicals we need to run our bodies. On top of that, we have chemicals that are in our water, like atrazine, glyphosate. We've got hydrocarbons from the gas, from gas engines and stuff like that, exhaust. We've got all the chemicals we're spraying on our grass, in the air, to kill mosquitoes and all the stuff. And then any of your processed foods are going to have chemicals in them that your body has to process and deal with. Stress is going to create other issues. So as you start putting all these factors together, the giant stress, giant chemical toxicity, increasing this giant need for detoxification. And then you factor in, the fact that the stress is shutting down our body's ability to do that. And then you look at the amount of nutrient deprivation we have in our food, especially people who are eating a low nutrient dense diet. And you'll understand that the toxicity that our body has to deal with is a lot higher. And the stress is a lot higher, which is going to inhibit the detoxification. And then the nutrients, the chemicals, the eggs for the limiting reagents are lower. And so when you look at that and you go, oh, well, maybe we should give the body the chemicals it needs to do the detoxification stuff. All right, that's what are in the detoxification supplements. So when we talk about take this supplement's good for detox, the supplement usually is not doing the detox. It's usually feeding the body so the body can do the detoxification it needs to do. So that's really what's going on. Now, some of the stuff, like the RFA we use, has a bunch of oils in it. So those oils will actually kill viruses, bacteria, yeast, things like that. So as it kills that stuff, what ends up happening then is your body has to detox the dead yeast, dead bacteria, dead viruses, stuff like that. So that will put an extra load sometimes on the body that we then need to detox out as well. So that's why we give detox supplementation to feed the organs that do the detoxing, while we're killing parasites and stuff like that. So balancing those things is very, very important. But yes, if you take the right supplementation for detox, it will feed the organs that do the detoxing, and your body will detox at a much higher level. Um, I have no idea where the people who are saying that detox supplements don't work are getting the idea that the body has no nutritional deficiencies or doesn't have genetic issues that need to be addressed. I don't know. I think it's extremely dangerous to tell people that detox supplements don't work because you have to detox. One of the primary things to do to get healthy is to feed the organs that pull the waste out of your body. Fibromyalgia is entirely, mostly chronic fatigue, but fibromyalgia is almost entirely a liver issue. When you detoxify the liver and you allow the liver to clean the blood and the lymph can then go clean all the tissues in the body: gut, heart, brain, left pinky toe, pecs, lats, whatever it is, any muscle group, everything. It's all cleaned by the lymph and by the blood. What cleans the blood and the lymph? The kidneys and the liver. And so if we can detoxify these things, if we can give these organs the nutrients they need to further detoxify, we can pull this waste out of the body much, much faster. This is a hypercritical thing if you're going to be doing really intense work with any anabolics. So any of you guys out there who are on test, anything other than test, Halo test, Anavar, Win, Tren, I'm missing a whole bunch of them. If you're using your peptides for growth, if you're using it for, if you're definitely using semaglutide. Now, semaglutide is awesome. It is wildly, wildly dangerous. Every time that you have something that is more powerful, you can use it to do greater things, but it also is wildly more dangerous. So, like I always tell people, anything that's strong enough to do good is strong enough to do harm. So you have to make sure you really know what you're doing with it. Semaglutide's really, really at the very top of this. If you're going to use it, you have to use the detox supplementation. You also have to do secondary things to maintain body mass. It's super cool, but a lot of people are screwing people up because they just go, here, take it. And they don't address detoxification, nutritional deficiencies, things like that. So I know people who've almost died from taking semaglutide, bowel lacerations, multiple surgeries, almost bled out, like bad stuff. Lots and lots and lots of gallbladder issues. Because I don't think people understand exactly how semaglutide works. You've got to really have a great understanding of physiological function between glucose manufacturing through gluconeogenesis, glucagon function, insulin function, and how the body utilizes those things, and the idiosyncrasies of the person's individual hormone sensitivity. So, but anyway, anytime you guys are going to be using these things, if you want to be safe, you have to recognize, we have to look at it from a holistic standpoint. What is this new thing I'm putting in my body going to do? Is it going to increase, is it going to increase cellular turnover? So like for anabolics, for testosterone, things like that, we're going to be building a lot more muscle tissue. It's phenomenal for you. However, waste is always generated. If you guys have ever watched anything get built, a house, a road, anything, we got to clean stuff up. We got to put stuff down. There's excess stuff laying around. And the same thing happens with the body. When your body creates things, it's not necessarily the cleanest process. And so getting the inflammation out, getting the waste products out, the free radicals moved out, highly, highly important. And that's why we go through and we use stuff. So for instance, on that, another phenomenal detox supplement is NAC, N-acetylcysteine. Now, again, does N-acetylcysteine do the detoxing? No. What does it do? It radically helps the body increase interstitial glutathione. So in between the tissues, not just in the liver now, this is all over the body, your body is producing glutathione. Glutathione is one of the most powerful detoxification agents our body makes. And so giving the body the nutrients it needs to do that is really, really important. NMN, we just got a great new NMN, and I'm finally found one I like. It's phenomenal. It helps increase NADH. And a lot of times people have a break where they cannot produce enough NADH, and NADH is critical for creation of energy through the Krebs cycle. But it's the big part of it is that that's what our body uses to break down fat to turn into energy. So it's a really, really, really important nutrient that a lot of people are lacking. Now, it's not going to detox, it's not going to do anything, but it will help your body do the things it normally needs to do. The reason I think this is such a big deal is because the natural community, especially the chiropractic community, is big into, the power that made the body heals the body. health and wellness come from above, down, inside out. The inside out piece of that is we feed the body the chemicals it needs. The innate intelligence we were designed with and takes those chemicals, utilizes them in the system that it's already been designed with, and that's how it detoxifies or grows or whatever. So when we're talking about detoxification, what we're really talking about is, are we feeding the body all the chemicals it needs to do the jobs it was designed to do? That's what detoxification supplementation is. And so if anybody argues with you that detoxification supplements don't work, what they're literally telling you is that they don't believe that genetic issues occur. They don't believe that there's nutritional deficiencies. They don't believe that with stress and the chemicals that are air, food, and water have gone up. They don't believe that. That's the only way they can say that the detox supplementations don't help you. So I don't know why they would say that, because it's kind of obvious. Like, a lot of you guys don't have the medical knowledge that a lot of other people do, but you can sit there and go, I don't know. I think I'm pretty stressed. I think there's lots of chemicals, and I don't think I have a perfect diet. And I do believe that DNA matters. I do believe that there's some things in DNA where not everybody has the exact same DNA sequence, and some people have, their bodies work a little bit easier, a little bit more efficiently in some areas than others. So if you believe that, then it's a pretty obvious thing that you need the detox supplementation. So that's just kind of where the argument actually sits. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments or hit us up, questions@chalmerswellness.com. But yeah, detox supplementation is really, really important, and it'll help a lot. So there's all sorts of research out. If you guys have detox stuff, I'm not going to, unless it's like the ID Life guys where I actually designed the detox box, I'm not going to, stand behind your product, but I will tell you that you can send this out to people who don't understand detoxification pathways, because this is an important thing people need to know. So if you guys have any questions, ask. If not, thanks for your time.